I was just in a meeting with myself trying to plan out the future content for this channel for the next couple of months, and I realised it's been a while since we've done a Meet My Dive Buddies. We haven't even done one in 2021 yet. So I called a few people and asked around, and no one seemed to be really available that we could get something together in the short term. And then I thought, well, I haven't answered the 10 questions that we ask everybody. So I figured, why not make a video about that? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Divers Ready. My name's James. It is so great to see all of your smiling faces out there in YouTube land. I hope you're doing well. If you're new to our channel, make your next dive on our subscribe button and hit that little bell icon, and that way you'll never miss any of our future content, because here at Divers Ready, we make videos with one simple goal in mind, and that's to help make you a better scuba diver. So, as I said in the introduction, let's dive into it. I'm going to answer the 10 questions that we ask all of our featured guests in the Meet My Dive Buddies series. If you haven't seen that playlist of videos, I'll link it up above there. Question 1, here we go. My first dive was Fort Bovisand, Plymouth, United Kingdom. It was freezing cold, it was November, it was the first open water dive of my initial certification, which back then was Club Diver with BSAC. And I don't remember too much of it other than, being freezing cold. I had a hand-me-down dry suit that had the water repellent properties of a tea bag. I think the viz was somewhere between a muddy puddle and cabbage soup. In fact, if you dropped a bowl of cabbage soup into a muddy puddle, you'd probably be about there. We saw some anemones, we saw a dogfish, and I think I saw some kind of cold water starfish. I don't really know. It was really a blur, obviously. I barely saw my instructor because the viz was so bad, but they tell me that they were there next to me the whole time and I did the skills correctly, so moving on. Best dive ever. There are quite a few that stick out. I'm gonna have to say the San Francisco Maru in Truk Lagoon, not just because it's the $1 million wreck and it had been on my bucket list for so long, and the dive conditions on the day we did it were fantastic, and I was with an amazing group of divers, some lifelong friends. The dive itself, of course, was fantastic, and then we were on decompression and we had a pod of dolphins swim by. So that just made like an already bucket list dive just absolutely phenomenal. Place I have dived the most. It's probably going to be St. Martin. I ran a dive centre on the French side of St. Martin for 3 years, and it was a very hands-on job. It wasn't like one of those dive shops where the general manager didn't dive. I was out teaching courses, I was running boats, and I was there for 3.5 years, which is probably the longest I've taught diving in one spot. We'll overtake that here in Florida for sure, but yeah, for now, place I've dived the most, St. Martin, French West Indies. Who are my scuba heroes? Number 1 would be Sir David Attenborough, who is a scuba diver. You know him best as the voice of many BBC wildlife documentaries. Really kind of a TV personality that I grew up with, and of course producer of the iconic Blue Planet series. And also I would put up there Dr. Sylvia Earle, chief scientist for NOAA for many years, author of fantastic books on oceanography. I've never met Sir David Attenborough. I did meet Dr. Sylvia Earle once, but I was at a scuba diving conference with Andy Phillips, and it was late in the evening and we were incredibly intoxicated. But she was very lovely and very generous of her time and let us take photos, and yeah, fantastic. Preferred scuba setup, back-mounted doubles. Twin HP 100s usually for what I do around here in South Florida. Stage bottle if necessary. I don't carry more gas than is needed. But yeah, backplate, double swing, redundant buoyancy, good stiff pair of fins, and a high quality mask. Favorite dive destination that I've been so far has to be Palau. Just the healthiest reefs I've ever had the pleasure of diving. I've done Tanzania, I've done Indonesia, I've done Central America, and I just think Palau tops the lot. So yeah, Micronesia, Palau, just phenomenal diving. Salt. I'm an ocean boy. The last scuba course I took would have been my instructor crossover from PADI and IANTD to SDI TDI. Next dive trip booked will be the Sardine Run in South Africa in July of this year. Super excited for it, massive bucket list tick. It's going to be the trip of a lifetime, hence why I'm wearing this hat for this video. And we still have a couple of spaces left, so I will put the booklet again in the description of this video below. Check it out if you want to join us. Okay, plug over. Bucket list dives I haven't done yet. Well, the aforementioned Sardine Run is definitely a tick. Hopefully check that off later this year. Cocos Islands of Costa Rica, the Great Lakes, particularly the wrecks up there, and I want to go cold water diving for halibut. I actually made a video about my bucket list dives, and I will link it up there in the corner somewhere. That's about it. Those are my answers to the 10 questions we ask everybody during the Meet My Dive Buddies video series. I will have more installments in that series of videos coming up, so stay tuned for that. Let me know in the comments below what would be your answer to some, any, or all of the 10 questions we ask everybody. I love hearing from you guys. If you enjoyed this video, if it gave you any kind of inspiration, give it the old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. I'll put some of our back videos over here for you to check out. And until next time, my name's James. This was your Monday video for this week. From Divers Ready, dive safe, dive often.